The connected world that we're living in is creating an opportunity for the healthcare industry to put together a whole bunch more patient journey data on an ongoing basis. And Pau, with Cureety, you've created a platform that's both helping collect data for the research industry as well as improve the quality of life for patients suffering from cancer. What are the components of the solution you've put together?
Basically, the solution is a platform. It's a platform for healthcare professionals, the medical team at the hospital, but also a platform for the patients. And the platform or the core of the platform is a medical algorithm that analyzes the responses of the patient and classify the answers of the patients and report this classification to the oncologists at the hospitals.
So some of the therapeutics that patients are getting are really state-of-the-art, and there isn't a lot of data out there about how patients are going to react to them. So how do you sort of monitor somebody's reactions to new therapeutics and give them the tools they need to provide the research data back into the system?
We are based on international guidelines, CTCAA. These guidelines quantify the different responses of the patients of a certain treatment or therapy. One of the main efforts done by Cureety is to translate all this material that it's scientific grade and with a scientific wording to an easy wording for understanding of the patient.
A big part of what the patients are experiencing, though, is subjective. Do you have tools to help patients quantify the reactions they're getting?
Exactly. One of the main purposes of Cureety is to collect data directly from patients of how are their feelings and their quality of lives, the burden of the disease, adherence to treatment. So, of course, that we are based on scales to quantify those personal feelings of the patients and to get more meaningful insights of how they relate and how they live with cancer and with the treatment of their disease.
How far away are you from being able to put together enough anonymized data that machine learning can be applied to start to predict how therapeutics are going to behave in patients?
This is a very interesting question because right now what we're able to do is to collect all this scientific grade data directly from patients. We are able to anonymize all this data to present to the healthcare centers or the healthcare services in a regional manner, all those data, so they can decide which technologies, which processes, and which molecules will lead the healthcare system of tomorrow. But still, I think that we are far away from getting like machine learning and artificial intelligence to apply those big data that we are able to collect to get insight from that.
Well, from your perspective, what does the roadmap look like to get us there?
First of all, we have to have a clear idea of what are the questions that we want to do in order to find the right questions to do to the patients and to the healthcare professionals, because then the answer will, or the answers collected from them will be the base to build our solutions or our proposals.
Communication with the patient and the scope of the content that you're gathering from them gives you the information you need to advance.
Exactly, and we have to be all aware that the data should be at the center of everything. The challenge of Cureety is as well to add value to every single actor involved in the care of patients suffering from cancer.
Patients that are suffering from cancer have a whole bunch of things going on with themselves with respect to the physical progression of the disease, but also their mental and emotional well-being. At Cureety, you've tried to introduce some elements to the platform that help put this holistic picture together. What are those?
Exactly. The medical data that is generated at the hospital is super important to understand the progression of the disease, but as well, something that is also known as the holistic view or the holistic care of patient is super important to take care.
Important.
To understand the cultural, the social, the emotional, and like everything that has to, everything that is related with the psycho-oncological effects of the cancer. And we collect this data, and we also propose materials to educate the patient and to feel the patient more comfortable with the condition that he is suffering.
Make them part of a community, a support system, in addition to reporting back on the therapeutics.
And connect with other agents in the community, even though that they are other patients or...
Right, so they know they're in a community.
Exactly.